welcome back to the channel. In today's video, guys, I haven't actually done a video talking in I think 3 or 4 months, like sitting in front of a camera and just having a conversation with you guys. And so I decided that, you know what, in today's video I'm gonna do this topic that has actually been in my heart to do for a really long time, but I always happen to find other things to want to film for you guys. And what actually pushed me into doing this video was, I don't know if you follow me on Snap. If you're not following me on Snap, be sure to follow me somewhere. I'll put it down somewhere so you can definitely follow me on Snap, as I'm quite active on there. And every single morning I like to listen to ADOM FM. If you're Ghanaian, then you probably know ADOM FM is a radio station that is in Ghana, and you can literally tune in using the TuneIn app and just listen to what's happening all in Ghana. Or in the morning they normally have a lot of worship and letters that people call in and tell their story and stuff like that. So the other day I was listening to ADOM, and on that specific day they had a topic that they wanted to basically talk about. And the title, basically the theme for that topic was choose friends. And let me actually read it because I have it right here. I had to write it down because at the time I was at work and I didn't want to forget. So on that specific day, actually, the topic of what they were discussing goes like this: choose friends and acquaintances carefully, for whoever you accompany yourself with determine what accompanies you. Did you guys hear that? Let me go ahead and read it one more time. Choose friends and acquaintances carefully, for whoever you accompany yourself with determine what accompanies you. In other words, basically, it's like having people in your life. So let me just give you guys an example. It's like you might come from, a family that is, well trained, your upbringing is really well, but then you go ahead, you go on to school or whatever, and then you associate yourself with people. Maybe your family might have really good reputation, and then while you leave home, you're now in school, you meet people, and then you associate yourself with group of friends who might have this bad reputation. So they might be known for being a tot, is that the word? A tot, like a hoe, or the troublemakers or the gossipers. You yourself might not be in the same category as them. Like I said, you come from a family that has a very positive reputation, but because you're associating yourself with these people, someone looking at it from the inside doesn't look at it like, oh, this girl or this person is different from the people she hangs around with. Automatically you become just like the people that are known to be, the top, or the hoes, or the gossipers, or the girls that nobody just really care for. You get what I mean? So when they say choose friends wisely, be very careful the type of people that you associate yourself with, because it really does play a big part in your life and what you stand for. Girl, when I tell you about the type of friends that I associated myself with, sorry guys, I have to keep looking down here because my camera keeps stopping, and so if you catch me just looking down, forgive me. I'm just making sure that it's still recording and that we are still intact. So experience, growing up, I've always been the type of person that have always, thrived to do better, thrive to do things that would benefit my life in the long term. I've always had a job. I think I've been working since I was 15 years old. My first job was Canada's Wonderland. If you live in Canada, then you know where that is an amusement park where I did restaurant jobs and whatnot. And so I've always held a job. I've always been the type of person to always wanted to work, always wanted to make my own money, always, just always seen myself wanting to do better for myself. And not to bash anybody or anything like that, but I found myself just hanging around with a group of friends who at the time didn't really think anything of didn't really think that they were a bad company for me, even though people looking from the outside kind of seen a lot of things that I didn't see, would always warn me like, you know, why are you hanging around with a group of people that you do? And I was always defending these girls like, no, they're not like this, they're not like that. Just group of girls that now I'm looking back and it's like, I'm really grateful that I'm no longer friends with these people, because I say this because these girls had reputations of just negative reputation. Like a lot of people in the city where I live knew these, like just didn't have nice things to say about these girls. And it's like, because I was friends with the group of girls that I was friends with, even though like I was always thriving to do better, you know, having a job, working, going to school, just doing things that I knew would benefit me in the long run. But because of the group of people that I chose to associate with, kind of left me in a position where people started judging me as a person. So, you know, in life sometimes you have to make rational decisions that will benefit you. If you're in a friendship with someone that is not pushing you to be better, not pushing you to achieve your goal, not basically inspiring you to want to do better for yourself, then you definitely need to end that friendship. Having a friend is really not a priority for me at this point in my life. So when I say that, is like, I can be okay if I don't have anybody in my life as a friend, because of a lot of things that I've gone through with females, friends and frenemies, and people who actually aren't in your life for the good, for like the best of reasons, if that makes sense. You want to be around people who have the same strategies, mindset as you. You can't be around people that, you know, all they want to do is, you know, just be at home and be comfortable in where they are in life. Like, you cannot have people, you cannot be around people who are comfortable in where they are in life and don't want to kind of like make that big step to better themselves, if you get what I mean. Because all they're gonna do is tell you that no, it's okay where you are, and not, no girl, you're doing great where you are, but you can do better. You know what I mean? So sometimes there's always signs that you see with people that you surround yourself with. Like, you'll have a friend in your life and it's like God will show you signs of who this person is, but we tend to kind of block those signs and just want to believe that this person is the person whom we think they are. So for example, like, you'll have friends where it's like even me as a person, I've had a friend where it's like, every time I would share a good news to this person, is always like not a congratulation type of feel that I get. It's always tend to make you feel like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like, oh, okay. It's like, okay, this is what you're happy about. Like, it's not that much of a big deal. See how people react when you tell them, you know, good news. See how they are when they see that things are going well for you. You know, you have to, I feel like God really, like, looking back of a lot of, you know, people whom I called friends, and just looking back of how things played out between our friendship, like looking back now, I kind of see the things and signs that God gave, but I tend to kind of just brush it off and not really think much of anything of it, if that makes sense. So right now I have a friend whom I feel like God literally sent my way. Like, every single time I talk to this girl, it's always about her like pushing me closer to God. You know what I mean? Like, I've never had any friend who just makes me, like, motivates me and makes me want to be much closer to God. Throughout my whole year of having friends, like, I feel like God brought this girl in my life at a time where I needed the most, like, someone to kind of like push me and help me be better and have a better relationship with God, if that makes sense. Like, every single time I talk to this girl, it's always about, you know, you should come to church, you should go to Friday church, you know, there's like, every single time it's always about there's fasting, there's like Bible quotation. These are the type of people that like is like a blessing. These are the type of people that you want to be around. People that are going to push you closer to God, that are going to inspire you, motivate you. Not friends that every day they pick up the phone and call you and are telling you about other people's life, or, you know, gossiping, or just basically getting you involved in things that is just not pleasant or pleasing. You know, we want to believe that these people that we have spent all our lives, half of our lives with, being friends with, are the people that we really think they are, but half of the time they're really not. Like, there is, you know, and jealousy is very normal, especially for females. Like, sometimes you'll be jealous of something and not even realize that you're actually, you know, being jealous of someone. Even me, I've had, you know, days where like I'll be jealous of like something that I saw someone had, but not jealous to the point where it's like, okay, I'm going to find a way to bring this person's happiness down type of jealousy. Like, you have your moment like, damn, like, wow, all, you know, well, you know, I'm happy for you, but it's like, damn, like, why can't this be me type of jealousy? Like, we all have that moment, but you have to not allow yourself to get so jealous to the point where you're now hating on the person, you're now talking and making up stories about that person, you're now just, you know, just creating false things about that person because you're upset or jealous of something that they have that you yourself don't have. One thing that I can really advise you guys on is, you know, like I said, jealousy is something that is very normal, it's part of life. But one thing that, you know, helps is that sometimes if you feel like your jealousy is just getting a little overwhelmed, say, God, put your hand on your chest and say, God, this is not me, this is not the person I want to be. Any jealousy within this heart, remove it. I have had days that I have put my hands on my chest, or kneel down and said, God, I'm happy for this person. I really don't know why I'm this jealous of the situation that they are in. Please remove this jealousy out of my heart. And within 5 seconds, believe it or not, like, I am back to being happy for this person and rejoicing and, you know, congratulating them without saying, well, why can't this be me and why you? So like, us females, we can be very evil sometimes. Like, we can be very, very evil. I don't know what it is, but I feel like us females sometimes can be very, very evil. So sometimes, you know, you have to be very vigilant with the type of people that you allow into your life. I don't know if you guys remember this story, but somewhere in Europe there was a story a few years ago about two girls. So two girls who were like friends for many years. Like, they literally kind of grew, I think they grew up together. They've known each other for many years till they were like, you know, about in their mid-20s or whatnot. And you know girls, when you're friends, you fight, but sometimes you have to pay attention to how far somebody you call a friend will go when you get into argument. You have to listen to the things that they say, because sometimes that kind of tells you the type of person that you call a friend. People have fallout, it's very normal. You can fight with your friend, but you have to really pay attention to the type of things that this person that you call a friend says to you when they're upset. You know, back to the story. So these girls knew each other for many years, and I think they got into a very small minor argument, and you know, they fell out, and one of the girls was at work, and I think the one who she got into an argument with, her other friend, decided to basically stalk this girl from a subway station. I'll try to leave a link down below so you guys can actually check out this story, because I saved this video years ago to kind of just reflect on, like, basically talk about, but never really got the chance to doing so. But I have it saved in my favorites video, so I try to link it down so you guys can kind of watch what's happening and how the story all played out. So this friend of hers basically stalked this girl after work, stalked her through the bus, through the station, waited for this girl to get off the bus to throw acid on her face. This is someone she grew up with. This is someone they've been friends for many, many, many years. And this girl threw acid on her face. Story all plays out. The reason why this girl did what she did was she admitted that she's always been jealous of her friend. her friend has always been very pretty. Whenever they would go out, she would get more attention, and she was just jealous of her friend, to the point where she went to an extent to destroy this girl's face. When you see this girl, you cannot recognize her anymore. I'll leave the link so you guys can check it out. So these are things that I say, be very vigilant. You know, God really do give us signs sometimes of the type of people who we hang around with. Like, you have to pay attention to conversation. The friend that you call your ride or die, when you bring them good news, listen to the way they react to their news that you're sharing with them. Listen to how they are whenever you tell them you're going to do something. How they react and how they respond to your positivity. These are things that we have to really think about, because this really tells you the type of person that you're around. You know, I've heard stories of like girls who been friends for many years going behind their back and just messing up their marriages, taking their husbands. And so it's like, these are things like friends. I don't know, like I'm at a point in my life right now that I just feel like it's me, my God, and I. Okay, friends it's not like, it would be nice to have that one person. Like I said, I have, you know, a friend whom I feel so blessed to have this person, because it's like, I really feel that God knows my heart, and he knows that I'm a type of person that when I'm friends with someone, like deep down I feel like they're my sisters. Like the love that I have for them, like I wish people well. Like I want people to be like even if like my friend, like even if like say like a friend of mine, like I don't know, got something that I want but before me, like I'm happy for them, you know, because I feel that the way you respond and the way your heart is towards a situation, God looks at that and also blesses you with the same thing that your heart, like with what your heart desire. I strongly believe that. So like I don't have, like I'm not gonna sit here and say like, yeah, I don't have jealous bone in me. Yes, I'm human. I'm gonna have that, but there's days when I feel like, okay, this jealousy feeling is a little too much. Like I said, I put my hand on my chest and I say, God, this is not who you created me to be. This is not me. Please remove every jealous bone out of this body in the name of Jesus. And within seconds of praying, that jealousy is gone. Like I'm back to being the type of person, like being whom I want to be, and like, you know, rejoicing and celebrating with this person. And this is something that I feel a lot of us females need to do to get away from this jealousy habits that we have, and trying to tear up each other and just don't want to see other people succeed. So moral of the story is, if you have people in your life whom you share good news with all the time, and they don't seem to be happy, they seem to always play it off, and like just not giving you the response of a response of what you would think a friend would give, you need to rethink that friendship. If you have people in your life that are constantly only checking up on you when there is gossip or they heard something, you need to reevaluate that friendship. Like seriously, like if you don't have friends in your life that are motivating you to do better, that are pushing you to wanting to reach your goal and, you know, get somewhere in life, that are not, you know, comfortable. If you have friends in your life that are telling you that your goals and plans in life is something that you shouldn't do, or not telling you that, oh, this is too much, this is gonna be too much work for you, girl, just you need to just reevaluate that friendship. Like I have had people in my life that now I'm looking back and I'm so grateful, and I thank God every single day for removing these people out of my life. Like, and it's funny because I feel like as soon as our friendships started falling apart is when things started working in my favor. Sometimes spiritually, people can be put into your life to destroy you. They can be people whom the enemy using, and them themselves don't even know the enemy is using them. Like the enemy can be using people to get into your life to slow down your blessings, or to destroy your vision and plans that God has for your life, believe it or not. Also be very careful of people that pushes friendships on you. That's one thing that now is like, yes, you know, some people might just want to generally be friends with you, but you have to be very careful of the people that comes out of nowhere and just want to push friendships on you, because sometimes they might just have their own hidden agenda. Like they might have plotted way before you can even imagine on why they are determined to be friends with you. You know, let me know about your friendship story, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you have had bad friendships and can relate to a lot of these things that I'm talking about. Because, you know, let me know your story regarding friendships and people whom you would go above and beyond for but have done you so dirty, and now you're looking back at it and just be really grateful for friendships that has really broken you. But yeah, you know, let me share your story with me. Let me know your thought on this topic, and if you agree or disagree, or if you feel that maybe I'm just overthinking, or you know, or let me know if you agree with me, if you've had situations like this, you know, growing up, the type of people you associated yourself with. Just, you know, let's keep talking, guys. So I love you all so much. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I don't want to start rumbling because I tend to do that once I'm kind of done talking. So yeah, guys, I'll catch you all later. Mwah.